that time of year when we are setting goals, making plans, and having resolutions and planning what we're going to do next year. And it's so exciting to do that. But are you absolutely tired of setting goals, making resolutions, and planning for next year, 5 years, or 10 years, and then being absolutely disappointed that you didn't reach what you thought you could and you just fell short one more time? Well, I'm going to go through how to set goals for next year and how to make it that they are ones that not only can you reach and crush, but they are ones that are the right goals for you that will push you forward in whatever you're trying to accomplish. So it's easy to set goals. It's hard to actually follow through. And so when we're making goals, we need to really think about, why are we even setting goals? Because we can get into a place where we think, maybe I just shouldn't even try. Maybe I don't need to set goals. I just don't ever reach them, so they obviously don't work for me. But the reason why we set goals is because you need to have a point that you're heading towards. If you've ever been on a bicycle or ridden a horse, you know that if you're not looking where you want to go, you're never going to make it there. Either you're going to get sidetracked and fall, or the horse in that case is going to take a nice little wander wherever you are paying attention and not take you to your end spot. And so very often in life and business, when we don't have someplace we're absolutely heading, we get lost in the weeds. Or we go down this really nice path that we think, this is nice that I'm going down this path. And well, at least I'm making it somewhere and I'm covering ground. But that path takes us further away from where we want to be. So setting goals are important, but we need to remember that you don't need a million goals. You really just need one. And what is the best goal for you? So the biggest thing with goals is not just setting that goal for where you want to be in the future, but now that you know where you want to be, if you ever planned a trip cross country before GPS, and you had to figure out how to get there and where to stop, you needed to work backwards. You needed to figure out where you were going and how long it would take you to get there and how many times did you need to stop, or what did you want to see along the way? Where could you get gas? What roads you wanted to take? And it was that working backwards that helped you actually get there. It's the same with goals. You need to set a goal of where you're going and then work backwards. So for you to be there in 3 to 6 months, where do you need to be in 2 months? Where do you need to be in 3 weeks? Where do you need to be in 4 days? The working backwards is important, because otherwise you think that 6 months from now, of course I'll reach it. But now you spend a lot of time wandering around and going down these other paths, and it's not at all the path to take you there. Now, there's some people that say you need a year goal, a 5-year goal, a 10-year goal. And the bigger the goals, the better, because then they'll push you forward. But really, I think when you're starting and when you want to truly accomplish something, 90 days is a better goal setting, because you know that 90 days, you can sense that. You can basically see it. A year sounds so far off. But 90 days, you can easily break it down and know what you need to do. And that 90-day goal could be part of a 3-year goal that's broken down into 90-day increments. But for 90 days, you're going to focus on that one thing, and you're going to move forward step by step by step to get you there. And once you get there, now you have a new goal that you can reach for. So really, it is all about day by day with a big vision. Many times we have this huge vision, but then we have no idea how to get there. And it's in those little daily things that we do that make all the difference. It's what you do each day and each hour and each minute that add up to that big, crazy goal. It's not at all what you do in the big, grand scheme of things. It really is in those little details. So this is what we're looking at and what we're striving for. And you may be thinking, well, how do I plan out my 90 days? Like, how do I know what I need to do on February 16th at 10 o'clock? I just know that in 90 days, I want to have 3 new clients, or I want to sell 10 new products, or I want to have a following of 3,000 people. But how do you get there? And so I want to help you do that. And so I'm start opening up just 5 spots in a very special program that I usually sell for much more money, where we do a deep dive into your messaging, where you need to show up, how you need to build trust, how do you create consistency, and what the next step is. And this generally is a big program that people have paid a good amount of money for to get all of this insight and to know where they're going every day for the next 90 days. It's a couple $1,000s to do that. But I'm opening 5 slots in a giving mood. This way you can have an amazing 2024. So you're not just chasing shiny objects and you're not wasting time thinking, I can't do this, or I don't know what to do, or if I only had this, or if I only had that, or I have this big goal and maybe it'll happen if I just keep doing something. What if you knew what that something was? So for $250, I have those 5 slots open. There's only 5, and it's only open till the end of this year, because then it's just going back to regular price. But I want more people in 2024, despite all the shiny object, despite the FOMO of thinking if I were only in this, then my life would be better. Despite anything that's going on around you, thinking, well, obviously it's never going to work because of all this other stuff. You can do it, and I want to help you get there. So if you are interested, comment below and say ready, and I will reach out to you. If you have questions, feel free to DM me, and I will follow up with you. But really, there's so many things you could do. There's so many goals you could hit. You just need one and a plan to make the difference. Have a great night, and I can't wait to help you get there.